Okay then, folks, something a little bit different today. I've tried to tweak the cameras, so give us a bit of feedback if it's looking any better. We're going into some Final Girl today. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to go for one episode on our main channel, and then if you like the game, I'm going to do a little series on our, well, this will be on our solo series channel. It'll be over there that you'll get the how to play side of things. So make sure you give it a subscribe if you like it. And I'm not going to dwell too heavily on the rules. I'll show you how it works. So what we've got is the setup. This is our tableau of cards. These are things that we're going to be using as actions. We start with these very simple cards. We have got some lovely painted minis, but because the painted minis, let's see if we can show you this a bit closer. Because the painted minis aren't really massively visible, we're just going to stick with, we're going to put these guys off to one side, and we're just going to stick with the Final Girl and with our killer. Hopefully things are a little bit clearer. There is a bit of glare, sorry about that. So as things go, for this one we're using Hans the Butcher, and we're in Camp Happy Trails. We're starting on horror of 4. Hans has got loads of health. We've already got the fake health out. It might be a 1, 2, 3 or nothing. We never know if you've killed the butcher or if you've been killed until it's time to flip that coin. We're using Reiko today, or Reiko. I think it's going to be Reiko. Oh, can't see her there. So she plays on speed, I think. We've kind of set up. I'm going to briefly flip the setup. So we're on Treasure Hunt. So Treasure Hunt shows that the Final Girl is going to start here, and the killer is going to start here, and then let's see how we go. Those are our campers. Campers are out. Our Final Girl Reiko starts. Where is that? Tennis courts, basketball court. And our killer Hans starts over by. Let's have a quick look at what there is in terms of what we know about our items. So in the cabins, we've got an archery bow. Sorry if I flick these or if it's not quite visible. Then we have a lucky rabbit's foot at the dock. And we have a whistle in the utility shed. Okay. We start with an event. Our event is Girlfriend. She's cute, funny, and the biggest badass I've ever known. The victim closest to you is now your girlfriend. She'll follow you to the killer's space. While she's in your space, roll +1 dice for each horror roll. If she dies in your space, take 5 horror. Okay, so let's get a girlfriend. So the one closest to us is here. Be our girlfriend. Okay, so she'll follow us around. We start the game with, as I said, the walk, short, 2 walks, a short rest, focus, weak attack. That's that. Looking at our tableau, we are using the signature actions. We've randomly drawn Retaliate. Oh, we've randomly drawn Double Up as our signature action. So if I resolve a card, I can pay the cost of it to turn it back to my hand. That's pretty good by the looks of it. So yeah, that's that. I've not played this a massive amount. I think I've got 3 games in so far. So I am going to give this a go. I've never won with Reiko. Okay, so that's that. Hopefully you enjoy it. I love a bit of horror, so Yeah, I'd been trying to get this for ages, and then I was waiting to get the different characters for each of the boxes painted up before I started playing, and then I realised that it's not really, it's not really good to have standees for a top-down view. So here they are. I'll just lie those guys there, and that'll be that. So I'll spend most of the time on the 3 boards, and I'll hopefully remember to pull out when I need to. So first things first, I'm going to assume you know how to play, and I'm going to just go as we do. I'm going to go for a focus. No, I'm going to go for a walk. So I roll 2 dice because horror's at 4. I get 1 success, which means it costs me 1 time to move up to 1 space. There we go. That's spent. I will then focus. Now, because I'm in the same space as my girlfriend, I get an extra dice. Get success, which will cost me a time, and we'll put a horror down. I'm actually going to spend a short rest and a weak attack, turn that into another, so I get 2 time, and I reduce the horror by 1, and then I am going to focus again. I don't have enough that time. So that is those. Oh, sorry. I failed on my last focus, which cost me 2 time. And I might as well try the walk. Get 1 success, so I can move 1 space for a time. Just move down to the fire pit. Okay, so those all get put to the side. I have 4 to spend, so I will go with a sprint for 2, and I will just go with 2 sprints. Okay, so we reset back to 6 time, and we go to the killer phase. So the killer will target the closest enemy and attack. He's not in a space with anybody, so doesn't do anything. We then draw a terror card. Maybe things are starting to go our way. Draw the top card of any item deck. I'm going to take the bow. And the cabins. Takes up 2 hands. Cool. Right then, so that is his go. That went quite well for us. So I don't have much in the way of cards, so I'm going to just sprint. 1 success. Move 2 spaces for a time. So I'm going to take these guys with me. 1, 2. And sprint again. Nothing. So I can move 1 space to lose a health and 2 time and end my turn, or I can lose a health and 2 time. So I'm going to do the first one. I'm going to lose a health. I'm going to lose 2 time. And I'm going to move a space. I'm going to move to here. Yay, he's free. Which I will use to... I'm just going to use it to move a space. Back to there. They go into that. So there we go, whole table. So those are out of the game. I have 3 to spend. Oh no. Should have 4 to spend because I was on 6. It cost me 2 for the sprint. Oh no, I did it twice, didn't I? I'm done. So I have 3 to spend. I'm going to take all the free cards. And I am going to take a search and a close call. Okay. So we will go to the enemy phase. The killer resolves his action. There's nobody on his space, so we draw a terror card. Unholy Rage. It's a minor dark power. That goes there. What it says is Hans does an additional damage for each attack. He also, the next 2 damage I do has to come off this first. So he's upped his damage. He's a bad egg. Bad egg. Right, so he's got Unholy Rage. Okay, so we're going to go to ourselves. He's just standing there getting angrier and angrier. So what we're going to do, we're going to walk. We're going to walk. Let's focus first, actually. Oh. Right, I'll get rid of weak attack and short rest to turn that into a success. 1 success reduces the horror by 1 and costs me a time. Okay. Then we'll go again with another focus, hoping to get there. Oh. Okay, I'm going to get rid of a close call on a walk. Actually, no. I'll just spend the close call for 2 time. I'll re-roll all of the dice. Get 2 successes. 2 successes gives me 2 time back and reduces the horror. Then we'll walk. We're up to 4 dice now. Oh, come on. Absolute joke. Costs us 2 time. And yep. Then we'll just walk again. Which costs us 2 time. That was not good. Things have not gone our way there at all. Okay. So crikey, we've got 1 time. Can basically just buy a close call. They're not going well. Goes back up to 6. Again, he does nothing. He's lurking. Let's go see if the rumors are true. Place 2 new victims in the space where the killer started the game. Uh-oh. So, well, that's where he started the game. Two young lasses. He can't. That's very blurred, I'm afraid. So let's go back a bit. So two new victims have gone wandering over. It also says to put the horror up, and we get another event. Secret tunnel. Choose 2 of the following spaces: utility shed, cabins, and docks, and place secret tunnels. You may move between these spaces as if they were adjacent, but enemies can't use the tunnel. So, okay, let's see if I've got a token for that. Right then, so we have placed, I'm going to pop you onto this map again. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna try using the autofocus, so bear with me if it doesn't work great. Okay, so we have put a tunnel from the dock to the cabins. That's grand. Yeah, and we are back to our hero. So we have very little. We've only got a search and a close call, which we can't do anything with. So I'm gonna go with a sprint, and I'm gonna start stacking up these, and I'm gonna go for a retaliate. Oof, right, we've got a lot now. We're ready for it next go. And then we're gonna go into our enemy. So now he gets to attack, and because, well, he attacks once, but it does additional damage, but it doesn't sort of splash onto additional things. So he'll kill one, which will go into the dead pile, which will mean this moves up to there. That was his action. And then we do the terror card. Fire. Roll a dice to determine which space bursts into flames. Oh dear. Number 6, the docks. All victims in that space are killed. Discard all items from that space. If you or an enemy are there, you each lose a life. So, oh dear, the docks. So that's not ideal. That's another 2 dead. So the horror goes up. That goes to there. And we lose the lucky rabbit's foot and everything else from the dock space. Ouch. Crikey, this isn't going well. Right. Then we go to our action. Let's start with a focus. No, let's get moving. We'll do a walk. One success. So I'm going to spend weak attack and short rest. Turn it into 2 successes. Sorry, you couldn't see the dice there. So that's 2 successes, which means we can move 2 spaces. 1, 2. And then we are going to I'm actually going to search. So 1 success, potentially 2. See what I want to get rid of. I think I'll get rid of a walk and a close call to turn it into 2, which means we get to spend 1 for top 2 cards. So we have a trash can lid or some fireworks. Nothing like a few bottle rockets and cherry bombs to attract a little attention. Space 2, spend 2 time to place the fireworks in your space or adjacent. Whenever the killer must fight, you choose a target, they will choose the fireworks instead. Okay, that's pretty good. And a trash can lid to ignore damage. I think I will take fireworks, and I will... Oh, I shouldn't have looked at that. I'm a numpty. And I'll put that on top. I didn't really see what it did, so there we go. Right, so that's those ones. Then we have a few left still. So I think I will try for a sprint. I'm going to spend the 2 focuses. And it means we can move up to 2 spaces for 1 time. So I'm going to actually leave my girlfriend, and I'm going to run with 2 people. There. Okay, so we have 3 left. Only got to retaliate, so I think we'll take a sprint for 2 and a close call for 1. We'll put everything else back. Okay, so the killer is going to attack and kill this person. Ugh. It's not going too well. Let me get a tarot card. He just keeps coming. Horror. Crikey. He's going to move towards the nearest victims and attack. His movement is currently still 1. So they're the closest. He's just going to move there. Nobody on his space, so he doesn't attack anyone. Oofed. Okay, this is not looking great. I think that the utility shed people are not long for this world, unless I use the fireworks to distract him. But we'll see. So, I'm going to have to sprint. I only get 2 now, because I don't have my girlfriend. Oh. I'm going to actually get rid of my retaliate. It might be wrong, but it guarantees a success. So I can move up to 2 spaces for 1 time. I'm going to move to there and drop these 2 off. Put that person there, which will allow me to move a space. And I will take the planning action card. And then we get to move the extra space for the end of the sprint. Right, so I've got 5 left. 5 time to spend. So we'll go with, we get our 3 ones back. 6, 7. You're allowed 10 maximum. I do like a sprint. 2. I'm going to take a distraction and try and get the horror level down slightly. Okay, that goes back up to 6. Killer phase, killer action. He's just going to attack on his space. Horrific hammer rush. So if there are no victims on the board, discard. There are. So he's going to move, attack, attack. So he moves. He doesn't have to move again. So then he'll attack and attack. Which goes oof to there, which reveals his dark power. Sledgehammer massacre. Oof, he attacks me and victims in his space for each one. Okay. Crikey. So that was 1, and then he does another one to there. For each victim killed, the horror goes, oof, now I'm down to 1 dice. This is really not looking good now. He's absolutely brutalizing the place. He's killed 6 people. Right then. Over to us. Oof. Crikey. So, first things first, I need to get back to my girlfriend. I only have one dice. Oh, we get a success. So, for one time, we move one space. That's good. Then we are going to focus. We get 2 dice now. We get a success. We're going to spend our weak attack and our short rest to make it 2 successes, which means we get 2 time, and we reduce that by 1. Then I think we'll go for another one. Another focus. I'm just going to leave that. I'm going to go for a distraction. Oh, come on. So I can reduce the horror for 4 times or gain a horror. I have to reduce it for 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Let's sprint. We get 1 success. Costs us a time, and we can move 2. 1, 2. And I think that's probably it. So we have two time to spend with. So I think we're just gonna have to grab a sprint. And we'll put the rest of these back. Okay, so he attacks, there's nobody on his space. Oh, he's just standing there. It's terrifying. Let's just remember to put that back to there. So horror goes back down, then he moves twice. He now moves at speed 2. So he moves and then he's at his space. Oof. Okay. Right then. So it comes to us. This isn't looking great for our heroine. So we're here. But I think so we can cost for 2 time we can fire our arrows. I think we're gonna have to spend 2, which will cost us 4 time, which will do 2 damage, which will just get rid of those. At least we get rid of that dark power. I think it's probably worthwhile, to be honest. We're going to sprint. I only get 2 dice. Actually, I'm going to do planning. Why not? Ooh, we get 2. So we get 3 extra dice onto our next horror roll. That's good. So we're now going to sprint, which will give us 5 dice. Oh, there we go. Look at that. 3 successes. So we get to move up to 3 spaces. So we will get to move 3 spaces. We're not going to unlock Reiko's boss power. So we move 1. And then I'm going to go back 1. Save that person, which will give us 2 extra time. We have 1 more move. I think it may be dumb, but I am nothing if not dumb. I'm actually going to save my girlfriend as well, which will give me a health, and it'll flip me. I now she's totally full, Reiko will flip to powered up Reiko. So once per action phase, if an enemy is within 2 spaces, you can move to the space for free. Okay. I don't know if I want to do that. This person at makeout point, I think, is gone. Is a goner. So I think what I'll do with my final, I'm going to move an extra space. Yeah. Okay, so that is me. Move all this detritus. I get these guys back. I have 4 buy with. So I think let's just get a retaliate to start with. Maybe do with finding a weapon. My archery bow isn't great, so that cost me 4. We go up to 6. His action is still just attacking in his space. What's that noise? Let's go and see. If there are no victims, all victims move 1 space towards the closest enemy. Okay. And then he attacks, and then he moves. So he attacks. He moves. Yes, he attacks, and then he moves towards the closest. So he's going to there. Okay. Not ideal. Okay, so what can we actually do here? We don't have any search. Let's start with a focus. See if we can get an extra dice. Weak attack and a short rest, which means that goes there. It costs us 1 time. Let's just go for another focus. Oh, this is bad. Okay, I'm gonna have to spend my 2 walks, which makes it reduce the horror by 1, costs a time. So I've got 4 left. I'm gonna buy a sprint and a guard. Okay, so he will attack. Yuck. Up. That gets down. Oof. And then we get a terror card. Oh, there's only 1 left after this. He's just standing there. 1. And then it goes again. It'll tick. And it'll do that. And then he moves twice towards us. So his movement is 2. So he goes 1, 2. Uh-oh. He's found us. He's found us, people. It's not nice. Okay. So it goes to us. He's here. Don't even have an attack. Okay. The thing is, he's going to move towards us. Right, we need to get out of here. Well, he's only going to attack once at the moment, so I suppose I could hold off and retaliate. Problem is, I've only got 1 dice. It's not looking good for her. Maybe she'll sprint. Come on. Come on. If we get a success here, we can go through the tunnel and buy ourselves a bit of time. So she moves 1, 2. And that costs 1. Okay. So she's got 5 to spend. We get our free ones. Okay. 5 to spend. Furious Strike for 4. A close call for 1. Okay. So he attacks. There's nobody in his space. And then we get our terror card, our final one. He just keeps coming. So that ticks. That goes to there, which hits the thing again, which ticks it up again. Then he targets us and he moves. He's now moving 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And the dark power is revealed. Bloodbath. So now he's gonna move, attack. So he's not messing about. I really need something. The docks. So he can get anywhere now, because 1, 2, 3. He can move at 3. Just gets him where he needs to be. I don't have... What do I have? I have a Furious Strike. That's good. Got a weak attack. What I don't have is more than 1 dice. So let's try focusing. Costs us 2 time. Not good. Let's try focusing again. Yes. So the focus reduces the horror by 1 and costs us 1 time. That's alright though. We're pretty much out. 2. I'm going to spend the 2 and I'm going to pick up guard. Okay. It gets to him. So he's going to move twice. Well, he only needs to move once, if we're honest. And then he's going to attack twice. So we are on 2 cards at least. So let's go for a retaliation with the first one. So we have 2 dice. I'm going to use close call and a walk. Turn it into a success. Which reduces the damage by 2, and it does 1 damage to him. So yay, we've hurt him. And it reduces his damage by 2. Oh my crikey, it does 5. Five damage? That is obscene. And then he's going to attack again. So we'll just have to guard. Even if I change it to a success, it still does 3 damage. So, I could ignore all damage. I guess I'm going to just die next turn. I have to spend both to ignore all damage, but that is me absolutely toasted. I've got 1. Can't even move away. I think I've just prolonged it for one moment, unfortunately. I can get those back into my hand. Oh no, not yet. That was his goal, wasn't it? Oh, sugar. Oh. Even if I use the fireworks, he'll move to them and then move to me. So it doesn't help. Although it could. I don't have anything to move now, though. I was going to say I could. Do you think I can push the fireworks through the tunnel? Because it says I can put them on an adjacent space. Is that cheating? I may move between the spaces as if they were adjacent. It doesn't say that they are adjacent. So no, I think I have to just accept that. Right, so my go. Come on, Reiko. She gets 2 dice. She's going for a furious strike. She gets 1 success. It does a damage, reduces the horror by 1, and ends the turn. So she's got 6. Although there is nothing I can do. There's nothing defensive. So she's basically a goner. I get that. I've got 6. We'll go for the critical blow. Might as well. Just in case. Okay, so his go. Move, attack. So he's going to attack. I've got no defense. It's going to do 5 damage. I flip this and see whether or not I have any extra life. I don't. Reiko dies in the charred remains of the docks. I'm still unable to squeak a win with Reiko. It started so good, but this is a brutal game. At least she rescued a girlfriend. There we go. That is Camp Happy Trails, Reiko versus Hans the Butcher, and Final Girl.